peer tutoring time again. I thought I would put in one of these bluesy licks that I use for ending right there. I did it on a little video I made of me playing Groundhog. A couple of people commented how they liked the little bluesy ending that I put on there. I actually stole the ending, as I do most of my things. I think it was Rob Bishline. He was demoing one of his banjos. I think it was the Blonde Autumn banjo. You can look that up, and he does that particular lick. I don't remember if he does it as an ending lick or just a regular kind of G, D, bluesy kind of lick. But it's really fun to do, and let's see if my theory's right. I think it's got a triplet in it, where you're playing 3 notes over the same amount of time you usually play 2 notes. This is something that breaks up the string of 8th notes there. You get a little... Okay, so you've got the part where you're holding this position, which is if you're at the normal F position, when you're playing out of the key of G, you're at the 3rd, 4th, and 5th frets. I always think of this position as picking up where that one left off. So instead of doing 3, 4, and 5, you're actually doing 5, 6, and 7. Except now you're holding the 3rd string is at the 7th fret, and the 2nd string is at the 6th fret, and the 1st string is at the 5th fret. And that's kind of a bluesy type position. Jeff Howalt does a series of licks from that position. It's called the pentatonic, one of his pentatonic series videos, which is well worth the money for that. He does, so there's several different licks you can do there. Also, you can do a variation of the, let's see, the 6 White Horses lick, except you kind of slide into it. Okay, but you got the same position there. So get used to playing around with that position, especially in bluesy type songs, and mess around with. You can find some pretty cool things there. You can hear it, or you can see somebody else doing it and kind of recognize it, and then you can start playing around with it, maybe come up with your own things. So I'm going to try to show you this, what I used for an ending lick there. So it's, that's kind of the first part on it. It all goes together. Da, 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 da. So it's 3, 2, 1, 5. 3, 2, 1, 5. And then you go to the 8th fret on the 1st string with your pinky. Back to the 5th string. I gotta play it through, see what to do next. Okay, then I come back to the 5th fret on the 1st string. So you lift your pinky back off. And you're kind of doing a backward roll. Go to the 2nd string. And then that's the end of that. You come back to the 1st string open. And that gets, you've done with the up the neck part, and then you're going to go back down to the open position down the neck here. Oops. Okay, so real slow. Okay, and now you're back down the neck, and you're doing some of the same kind of positions you hold for other bluesy type songs, like Clinch Mountain Backstep and Man of Constant Sorrow, those kind of things. So it's... Okay, so you're holding the 3rd string at the 3rd fret and the 2nd string at the 1st fret. You can really just do a forward backward roll on that, starting on the 3rd string. Okay, or if you want to for the ending, instead of when you come back down on the backward roll, you can go to the 4th string at the 3rd fret. Okay, a little bend in there, make it feel good, make it feel bluesy. All right, so here it is all together. Whoops. Okay, now how do you insert it? Sometimes it's great learning these licks, but when things start going and you're trying to improvise and you're trying to pull that tool out, so this is kind of a tool you don't use a whole lot because it's pretty flashy and it's a bluesy. It kind of has its particular place that it will fit. How do you do it? Well, this one actually, if you're doing that as an ending or you're doing that entire lick just like I played it, it would be on the 1 of the measure. Okay, so it would take an entire full measure to get that lick or that ending in. Whereas a lot of endings, it comes in after a pause on the first beat. Boom. Okay. This one would take up the whole measure. Okay. All right, so let me see if I can do an example. It would be one where if it's a bluesy type of song, but it's got the double ending on it, where in traditional songs you might do the shave and the haircut 2 bits. That would be where you would put that bluesy lick in. So. What are you doing back there, doggy? Okay, we're in the traditional song, it might be. Okay, it's the same amount of time, just to give you some perspective, okay? So that's one place you can use it. You can also adapt it, as I was saying earlier, kind of do your own thing. You can make it a little bit shorter and use it kind of as a G to D lick in the end of every time you come through Clinch Mountain Backstep. So. When I did it that time, you do the same up the neck part, but you only you don't do the forward backward roll down the neck. You just kind of come to the 3rd string at the 3rd fret. Okay, so it's a good place you can kind of adapt it and make it a little short G to D kind of lick. You can also extend it out if you want, and you know, sometimes if you take off improvising, you're in the middle of this thing and realize, uh-oh, I started it too soon, or I need an extra beat or two. Start throwing in some more bluesy stuff. You put in the Terry Balcom kind of somewhere. So let's see. Monroe. Okay, so there's a few little bluesy ideas kind of working off of this position here. So get used to that position, play around with it, and connect it with other things that you know already that goes along with bluesy type of songs, and see what you can come up with. All right, have a good day.